All right, I hope you guys were super successful on plotting your coordinates in part 1 of today. Now that you are experts at plotting coordinates, it's all about part 2, which is really giving people directions. Meaning, let's pretend that the coordinate plane is a map. It's a treasure map. How are you going to lead your teammates to the treasure? Well, you have to be able to explain how many units you move horizontally, how many units you use vertically. So let's look at number 1. What point is located 4 units down and 1 unit to the right of point A? Well, first let's remember when something is to the right, it moves this direction. When something is to the left, it moves this direction. So let's go back. Well, first we need to start at point A, okay? And it says it's located 4 units down. So I'm going to move vertically on the y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4 units down. Now notice, I'm kind of breaking the rules because I'm moving on the y-axis first. I'm allowed to do that when I give directions because we are not starting at the origin with point A. So it says 4 units down and 1 unit to the right. So remember the right is in this direction. So I'm going to move 1 unit to the right and voila, I am at point X. Okay. Now let's look at part 2. Which statement is true about points E and points D? Let's read choice A. These points are the same distance from the y-axis. Well, remember, here is the y-axis. That y-axis is vertical. And I'm just going to label my horizontal x-axis as well. It says these points are the same distance from the y-axis. Well, E is only 1, 2, 3, 4 away. D is 8 away. So it cannot be the same from the y-axis. Answer choice B says these points are the same distance from the x-axis. Well, let's look at point E again. Remember, the x-axis is the horizontal axis. And to get to the horizontal axis, it's 2 away. For D to get to the x-axis, it's also 2 away. So it actually looks like we got lucky. B is our correct answer. It's tricky when it says it's the same distance from the origin. It's impossible to move diagonal, so it's really hard to see if that is even correct. And D, these points are the same distance from point F. Again, to get to point F, it's diagonal, so it's really hard to tell. We only move up and down and right to left when we are giving directions. So B is the correct answer. Make sure you get your partner work done and check your work. Before you go on to partner work, I just realized we do have one more question. Carla starts at point A and travels 2 units up and 4 units to the right. What are her new coordinates? So remember, here's your starting point. You're not starting at the origin, you're starting at A. I'm going to move 2 units up, and I'm going to move 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is my new. I'm going to name it N for new. And I need to give the new coordinates. Now remember, to give coordinates, you have to go back to your origin. So we have to say, okay, how many do I move on the x-axis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like we're moving 8 on the x-axis. And then the vertical axis, we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our y coordinate is 9. 8, 9 are the coordinates of the new point. Good luck on your partner work, teammates, and check your work when you're done.